I was able to make a decision to take care of my grandmother for 8 months out of the last year. She suffered from dementia, and I made that choice, and that's a choice that I would have never made before recovery. While it caused some trouble, it caused me to get set back a few times, but I'm so grateful I did it, and because of my recovery, those setbacks, I was able to spring back from them very quick. And I got a gift that I could have never gotten. I got to spend the last 8 months of my grandmother's life with her, and I got to know things that nobody else got to know. So I'm grateful for it, but it was also very, very trying for me. And then she passed away on April 1st. And because of my recovery, I was able to go right back to work immediately, and I was able to attain my own apartment again, and I was able to pretty much pick up right where I left off. Before that, I hadn't had any contact with her in about 6 years. We had some issues before, and those issues caused a lot of resentments. She was like number 2 on my resentment list when I did my step work. So of course she was very high up there on my amends list. But it was all worth it at the night when I would put her to bed and she would tell me how much she loved me. So it was, while it was hard, it was very healing for me. It was like we finally came full circle. Well, your resentment list is a list of people or places or things, anything that you've kept bottled up. Hurt, pain, anger, any of that you have kept locked inside, and it feeds your addiction. And when you are working your steps and that step 4 and you start listing all the people that's harmed you or hurt you, and all that comes out. But then when you continue working through your steps, a lot of times it's funny because the people at the top of your resentment list are usually the ones that you owe the biggest amends to. They work like that because had it not been for that resentment list and those steps, I would have never got that time with my grandmother. You know, recovery is not all great and rainbows. It's hard. There's nothing easy about it, but it's so worth it. And you don't want to go back to that place. You don't want it. That's the scariest thing in the world for me, is going back to that place. You know, I've gained all my relationships back. I've gained everything, and there is nothing in this world worth losing that. My mother, even before I got sober, she would always say to me, "You are worthy, Danielle. You are worthy of so much more." And she's still today, like, her and my dad are my biggest cheerleaders. To hear them, even on my worst days, like, to them, I'm like this thing that, you know, I've overcome what they don't think anybody could ever overcome. And the pride they have in me is like, they have been amazing. People in recovery are out here doing great things, like people that have pulled their life together are some of the best people I've ever met. And it's showing because we're finally, you know, recovering out loud, and people are seeing it, and they're seeing that everybody deserves that second chance. Even with people that are still active in addiction and they find out that you're sober, used to it was they didn't want nothing to do with you, and now it's almost like getting sober has become the cool thing to do. It's cooler now than going out and doing the drugs. Like, really, all the cool kids are getting sober, and it's great. It's great. We have a great recovery community here. We have a great support system. There's so many resources, and I really feel like the stigma is slowly